Hello everyone, welcome to my next Retro PC Let's Play of, which is going to be Star Control 3. Full disclosure, this is my third time starting this game. I started it once before, and then on Twitch, and I had some audio issues. I thought I got them fixed. I started again, and I still had audio issues. It seems like the audio issues don't happen when I record, so unfortunately this is just going to have to be an exclusive to YouTube. But I will be recording these parts. But yeah, so my history with this game is I played this game growing up. This was actually my first Star Control game. I just recently played through Star Control 1 and Star Control 2. I had played Star Control 2 and 1 when I was younger, but not a ton. But now I've beaten both Star Control 1. I've played all the missions. Star Control 2. Defeated the Sumatra. And now we're going to get into Star Control 3, so I am very, very excited for this one. So let's jump right on into it.
At the end of the Hierarchy War, you sacrificed your priceless precursor vessel to demolish the enemy battle platform, the Sumatra. You escaped in a tiny pod ship, hoping to outrun the cataclysmic energies unleashed in the final explosion.
Yay!
But the massive energies unleashed in the cataclysmic maelstrom ripped a hole in time and pulled your escape pod into the near future.
None of this was mentioned at the end of Star Control 2, by the way.
You witnessed a great battle at the galactic core. A vast armada of the galaxy's great sentient races stood poised against an unknown enemy as reality itself hovered on the brink of interdimensional collapse. You lost consciousness as you watched the sentient races die, screaming, their life energies sucked into the void. Your escape pod then hurtled back through time and space to your home quadrant. Back home, your allies celebrated your victory as reality continued to deteriorate. Suddenly, hyperspace travel stopped working. The only form of interstellar travel left was your newly built precursor vessel. You hastily formed a union between your old allies and the defeated hierarchy. Explorer groups warped toward the galactic core in search of a cure for a dying galaxy.
We are Helios, the human homeworld in the Kessarri Quadrant. Hello, Riker. So obviously this is a bit different from Star Control. A bit different from Star Control 2, obviously, and definitely one. It's really funny how all three games are just completely different. And I know all of the, drama behind Star Control 2 versus Star Control 3. I like them both, I'm going to say. Even after beating the first game, or the second game.
ICOM online.
I'm going to turn this down a little bit. I don't know if you guys can hear that or not, but if it's out, I don't think it's out.
Sir, this display represents your primary interface with the ship-wide interconferencing and monitoring system, also popularly known as ICOM. This system is available to several autonomous ship functions for the recording, reporting, and transmission of important League strategic and tactical information. ICOM also represents the central repository for League intelligence materials and can be called on to assist you in the planning and execution of League operations.
Great, thanks for the information.
ICOM offline.
All right, let's go talk to the Earthling colony.
Hiya, Captain. Boy, are we glad to see you. Any problems getting here?
Nothing I couldn't handle.
We were starting to get a little worried. After all, we're stuck here on an unfamiliar planet, in an unknown quadrant, and can't even fly out of this system without you. You are our last, best, and only hope of survival.
For peace.
And not just our survival, but also the survival of all the starfaring races, especially now that hyperspace travel no longer works, and your precursor vessel is the only ship capable of interstellar flight. But don't let that pressure you. We have faith in your leadership.
I won't let it bother me at all. You better have faith in me. I need a steady, loyal team. Great, now let's get down to business.
The first thing we need to do is find the other League races. They've been scattered all over the nearby systems by your precursor vessel's warp bubble transport.
Consider it done.
How can we help?
Tell me about the Earthling crew. Now, keep in mind, I played this twice already, like recently. So if I seem a little dismissive, it's only because I've heard all this a lot recently. But I'm going to go through it for the Let's Play sake.
The Earthling cruiser was built primarily for exploration and not as a pitiless weapon of war. But we hold up pretty well in combat. We're not the fastest, but we are maneuverable. We have a short-range point defense laser, but that's best for incoming attackers. The main weapon is a long-range homing missile. The best tactic is to keep the enemy at bay and pound them with nukes from a distance. Our main mission is to restore the structural integrity of the space-time continuum and restore galactic hyperspace travel. When hyperspace travel stopped working throughout the galaxy, we were afraid that sentient beings would be forever cut off from one another, doomed to never fly to another star. Ironically, the catastrophe happened not long after you beat the ur-quan by destroying their ability to make war. When you destroyed their horrific precursor battleship, the Sumatra, we were safe in the galaxy. But even if you hadn't, the ur-quan would have been crippled in space.
Go on.
Before the loss of hyperspace, you had returned to the precursor planet Unzervolt, where you were born. You were lucky to have been born there. Earth was suffering under the tender mercies of the ur-quan at the time. Your parents didn't know it at the time, but being part of a crew that crash-landed on Unzervolt was the best thing they could have done for you. You grew up among abundant precursor artifacts and developed an affinity for advanced technology. You built a precursor ship, and the rest is history. You kicked ur-quan butt all over the quadrant. Because you sacrificed your precursor vessel to stop the Sumatra, you returned to Unzervolt to try to build a second one. You were stranded there when hyperspace travel collapsed. You were stranded on the primitive world of Unzervolt for a second time. All the Allied races were sure they were stranded forever. We cursed our unworking ships that could not take us beyond our solar systems. And then you showed up. You had not only been able to build a new precursor vessel, but you found a way to circumvent the collapse of hyperspace. Your new vessel did not rely on hyperspace, but used a hot new precursor technology you discovered, the warp bubble transport. Most people had never even seen a precursor vessel. You had piloted two. You rallied the Allied races to work together to seek the cause of the destruction. You even enlisted the repentant members of the defeated ur-quan hierarchy into your newly minted League of Sentient Races. You described a strange experience you had after you destroyed the Sumatra, in which you traveled through a rift in time and glimpsed the future destruction of all sentient life. Candidly, many sentients thought that your vision was the product of delusions. After all, you were comatose when we finally picked up your escape pod. But you had the only means of interstellar transport, and the sentient races would have accepted a lot more eccentricity to get some mobility again.
Thank you. Thanks for the vote of confidence.
Sure thing. Anyway, you explained to all the races that the only way to repair the damage to the space-time continuum and stop the loss of sentient life is to uncover the secrets of the precursors. Since the mysterious rainbow worlds point coreward, and since many precursor artifacts seem to lie in that direction, we came to the galactic core. Your precursor vessel's warp bubble transport carried ships from each League race and scattered them to different systems in this region of the Kessarri Quadrant. Now, all you have to do is find each race and establish contact with them. We need to pick up stocks of cryogenically suspended colonists from each League race and establish their colonies on Kessarri planets. The colonists are in suspended animation, ready to be thawed out as we gain the resources to properly put them to work colonizing and searching for precursor lore. All of us pledge to be loyal to the League and to give our lives if necessary in order to restore the integrity of the fabric of space. Talk to you soon, Captain.
All right, so there we are. We have our ships now. We already have 200 people, so we don't need to take any away from this colony here. We will take a little bit of supplies, just in case we decide to establish a colony. We definitely need to get more fuel. Uh-oh.
DAC-TAC-LAC-PAC 5576 squared. DAC-TAC-LAC-PAC 888 warning. Utilization to the 356th power divided by warning. DAC-TAC-LAC-PAC warning.
We're the humans from Earth, of the League of Sentient Races. We come in peace. How may we classify you, fellow sentient?
DAC-TAC-LAC-PAC 5299 and 58X. DAC-TAC-LAC-PAC warning 321B. Avowal. DAC-TAC-LAC-PAC.
Are you an automated drone?
Inversion 982 torque. DAC-TAC-LAC-PAC.
Okay. Thought I could get it. Okay.
DAC-TAC-LAC-PAC 5576 squared. DAC-TAC-LAC-PAC 888 warning. Utilization to the 356th power divided by warning. DAC-TAC-LAC-PAC warning.
I can't understand you.
DAC-TAC-LAC-PAC 5299 and 58X. DAC-TAC-LAC-PAC warning 321B. Avowal. DAC-TAC-LAC-PAC.
I can't
Inversion
understand
982 torque. DAC-TAC-LAC-PAC.
Man, those missiles. Okay. So then we go to the planet. Alright, got our first artifact.
Hi, Captain. How can we help? Talk to you soon, Captain.
I do hate that every time you go to a planet, like, you automatically have to talk to him. You should have the option to talk to him. Alright, well, we are building up. Because it takes a while to build up, and I don't want to use too many of these landing pods because we only get them, and then until we get these landing pod factories, we won't get any more. Now, once we get the landing pod factories on several planets, then we'll get a ton of them. But ooh, I think our not the mines, refinery. Is that a part of the factory? I love how it doesn't tell us what it's working on. It's kind of annoying. Alright, let's go talk to our boys. Could go here and talk to our chick friends, but...
Is it that wakes me from my safe and happy sleep at this time of our new solar cycle?
This is especially rude since my physical system is not yet adjusted to the new day length. Yay! A vast menacing ship blots out the sun and threatens to rain down radioactive death upon us! Oh no! Compounding my fright is the hideous, bloated, green monster that looms before me on the view screen! Our end is at hand! We surrender, oh merciful evil alien. I, Ur-quan, regent of the ruling council of the Spathy colonists, officially surrender. We will reveal all League secrets to you and give you all our storehouse of minerals.
What?
Would you like to know the weaknesses of the captain of the League? He is a megalomaniacal tyrant, but a softy for polite rules of colonization. He's a sucker about forgiving his allies for any sort of indiscretion. Now please don't... Wait. Echo, who has been fiddling with the color and contrast controls of my view screen? This is the second time this week! Yikes! That is the Hunam captain of the League of Sentient Races. I didn't mean it, Captain.
Uh-oh. So, planning to reveal League secrets?
Never. Never! We were attempting to deceive an enemy!
Would you really surrender that easily?
I was not really going to surrender. It was a ruse. A ruse designed to lull the foe into a false sense of security until we could plan a daring and ultimately suicidal mission in which we would all die in agony before we would reveal a word of League secrets.
Okay. Polite rules? A softie?
It was a figure of speech. If the enemy were to think of you as a softie, they would underestimate you. Then you could easily destroy them. We were trying to misinform the enemy by calling you a softie. That was our story, and even in the face of the worst torture, we were prepared to stick with it.
I'm gonna smack you. Well, we'll let it slide, at least for now.
Wonderful. In truth, just between us, I have been quite ill at ease since your warp bubble transport hurtled us off into the void of the Kessarri Quadrant like some castaway pedal claw covering. Yet now, I find myself enjoying your company, your sparkling conversation, and the presence of your huge, powerful, death-dealing starship, which, being my friend, you would certainly feel compelled to use in order to save me from any hostile life forms who threaten me with death.
Only if you behave yourselves and show a little backbone. Of course, we protect all League races.
We rejoice! Did we mention that we are enjoying your company?
Like an update on your status, Ur-quan.
Well, you see, it's like this. When we first arrived, we were terrified to step out onto the surface of our designated planet. Savage beasts freely roamed the surface, gnawing the abundant tubers and root crops with massive forefangs. We did not dare set our pedal claws on that surface. These horrible pink-eyed creatures scattered at the sight of us, as if to regroup for a massive assault. We could see them lurking behind the abundant ground cover, their flop ears twitching menacingly, as if to signal an ambush. It was only after we incinerated several thousand of them with our beam weapons that we discovered, surprise! They were just gentle herbivores. Imagine our relief. So we were a little late in getting started colonizing. We have not produced too many Eluda ships for you, but even now, our teams are hard at work.
You guys were afraid of a bunch of bunnies?
Not bunnies. Huge, furry rodents with massive fangs. Okay, bunnies.
I have some more important questions.
What is it you wish to know? We will try to answer, but please don't be offended with us if we don't have every answer to every question. Our exquisite eluder void ship is fast and maneuverable, with powerful engines that can outrun many kinds of enemy ships. We have a short-range front gun and a very powerful rear weapon, the famed backward-utilized tracking torpedoes. This ship is brilliantly designed for one purpose: running away. We are always willing to run away from a fight, and if any opponent is ill-mannered enough to pursue us, we run away while lobbing BUTT missiles at them. Of course, we are willing to gird our haunches and force ourselves to fight for the League. In such cases, we like to stay comfortably out of range and pop in occasionally to launch a missile. We Spathy can best be described as meta-mollusks. We are intelligent and clever, but perhaps not very cunning. Each day when we awaken, we call forth the traditional Spathy prayer. Oh God, please don't let me die today. Tomorrow would be so much better.
I'd ask about the history, but we did that in the last game. What do you know about the precursors?
We have found traces of the precursors scattered throughout our space. Our belief is that the precursors are not really gone. They simply came to their senses one day. They realized what a dangerous place the galaxy is, and used their superior technology to invent some kind of splendid invisibility shield and remain alive and happy to this day in our very midst. We hope to rediscover this secret someday and disappear into similar obscurity.
Very good. Keep up the good work, Spathy.
Must you take your sheltering, protective precursor vessel away from our skies so soon? Very well, but return soon, Captain.
Okay. So, at this very moment, I am not going to take any people, because I want as many people on the planet. What I used to do is I used to grab like 50 people from every colony and take them. One day I realized that just holds back the colony, you know? So right now I'm just discovering races. I'm not trying to establish new colonies at this point. So I'm going to leave them just so that these colonies can get their legs under their feet under their legs, their feet. Get on their feet. I don't know, whatever. But you know what I mean. But yeah, so we are going to go. So we grabbed our eluders. So we're gonna build up our fuel a little bit. I don't think there's anything besides yeah, there's a couple planets in this system that might actually be good colonies eventually. And we will establish colonies once we discover a lot of the races. Once we discover a lot of the sentient races and they start actually developing their colonies really well, I will go back and grab people. Uh-oh.
Pay dirt! Captain, we've found a large cache of precursor records about genetic engineering. Evolutionary development of sentient and non-sentient species appears to be a consuming passion for them. We'll continue to update you as we translate them.
I appreciate all your efforts.
Will do, sir.
So just in case if you don't know, the red is one-way trip. The green is two-way trip. So anything that's green, I can make it there and back to where I am. Red is one-way trip. So if I go there and there's nothing there or there's no fuel there, I might be screwed.
ICOM online.
I'm going to do it this way.
A signal received from an emitter on Astarte 1 confirms the presence of a Cyrene colony.
So I'm only doing this just to do it in the right order.
ICOM offline.
I already knew that Astarte had the Cyrene. So, but we'll go in ICOM order is what I call it. Later is good.
Hello, brave Earthling. I am Colony Commander Lelore, and I welcome you to our new homeworld in the Kessarri Quadrant. Your warp bubble transport worked perfectly as we knew it would. We're glad that you have found us so soon. We're eager to begin colonizing other worlds for you and help you shoulder your heavy responsibilities.
Shoulder as much as you want, but first I'd like an update on your status, Cyrene. That's good to know. I could really use some of your Penetrator class ships. That will do.
Our colonizing teams have set to work with enthusiasm. We are exceeding all our productivity goals and creating new Penetrator ships in order to meet your exacting demands.
That's just fine.
Captain, we recognize the difficult task that lies ahead. Restoring the fabric of space may require a Herculean effort. We want you to know that we are ready to help you in any way we can.
Tell me about your Penetrator vessel.
We Cyrene have a unique set of psionic abilities that are amplified by our Penetrator ships. We can broadcast a signal so compelling that all sentient creatures in its range willingly abandon their ships to come fight for us as mind-controlled drones.
So
This makes the Penetrator the only ship we know of that can leave a battle with a larger crew and in a stronger position.
Nice.
The Cyrene are a race whose development is extremely close to that of humans. In both culture and biology, humans and Cyrene are almost too close a match to be just a coincidence. Like you Earthlings, our modern spacefaring society evolved from primitive tribes. Our two cultures were quite similar until they took very different paths in what would have been your prehistory. Our world continued to enjoy the differences between the genders, while your world used gender as a basis for a political dominance structure which pervaded almost all of your Earth cultures until the early 21st century.
Maybe. How did your world develop differently?
When Earth males discovered that they too had a role in the sacred process of creating children, they responded with a jealous need to imprison Earth females and hold them as property. On Syra, males and females continued to develop as equals, most likely due to the stabilizing influence of peaceful agricultural people.
I see. So then what happened?
Syra was our paradise, Captain. Our worlds were very much the same, at least up to the point that you began encasing yours in concrete and plastic. Like your Earth, Syra was a world of rare beauty, variety, and abundance of life. I say
avatar.
Was, because it was abruptly torn apart, killing most
Their
of my
planet
people.
might as well have been called Pandora.
We thought it was an asteroid that struck our world. We survived the massive impact, but our world was soon torn apart in a cataclysm of earthquakes and volcanoes. Only our orbiting space patrol survived. Fewer than 10,000 females and only 500 males.
Then what happened?
The survivors of our race began a long trek across the heavens, searching for another world that could match the breathtaking beauty of Syra. But our slow-moving habitat columns were attacked by Vox raiders. We had stumbled into the path of the ur-quan hierarchy of battle thralls. We joined the old Alliance of Free Stars, only to see it fall apart. The Earthlings, who were the newest members of the Alliance, were defeated and placed under an ur-quan slave shield. The Araloo disappeared, and other free races retreated to their homeworlds. We had no choice but to surrender and be slave-shielded.
That requires a planet. Where did you get a planet to be slave-shielded on? I already know the answer to this.
Ironically, our enemies were our salvation. The ur-quan searched their extensive star charts and found a perfect planet for us. Though many benighted souls confuse the Kessarri ur-quan with the genocidal ur-quan Cora, the green ur-quan were not out to kill everyone. They just wanted to make sure that no race could pose a threat against them.
Then what happened?
We settled our new planet and began rebuilding our shattered population. Though we hated our loss of freedom, we loved our beautiful planet Gaia. But then you came along. You tried to get us to rebel against the ur-quan. We were afraid to do so until you proved that Syra was not destroyed by a freak accident, but by the Mycon. We were furious and sought revenge against the Mycon and their ur-quan masters. We joined with you in the new alliance and helped you defeat the hated hierarchy. We were very grateful to you and enjoyed watching your budding romance with Cyrene Starbase Commander Talana.
Then what happened?
Though we were eager to get back to our paradise on Gaia, we knew that only a strong alliance would fend off future dictators seeking to control the stars. So when hyperspace travel collapsed, we were among the first to volunteer to join your mission. And here we are.
Tell me about the precursor.
We have heard many legends about the precursors, but we do not know how to filter the lore from the lies. If a race as great as the precursors still exists in known space, they do an incredible job of hiding the psychic residue of their vast intellects.
Very good. Keep up the good work, Cyrene.
Until next time, Captain.
Okay. I know where I'm going next. Actually, you know what? I forgot. We're gonna do ICOM order.
ICOM online. A signal received from an emitter on Salacia 2 confirms the presence of a Vux colony. ICOM offline.
Salacia, which one was that? Yep, there it is. 140. Let's go here and let's get the fuel. Because where are we at now?
Hi, Captain. How can... We don't know what is legend and what is truth. But the information points to a great and powerful race that developed miraculous technology, uncovered amazing secrets of time and space, and then disappeared. They left behind few clues about who they were, but lots of technology. We suspect that they were huge, hulking creatures. And like us, they were concerned with the stability of the fabric of space. Hopefully, we'll find full records on them and save the galaxy before we meet their fate. Talk to you soon, Captain.
Okay. A little bit better. Oh, here we go.
Hello? 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 Is our good friend the human there? Oh, there you are. My view screen must not have been working. How pleasant to look upon you again. Greetings, Captain of the League of Sentient Races. Greetings from the Vux colonists. I, Admiral Dox, welcome you to our colony. We were wondering when you would get here.
I'm here now. Give me an update on your status, Dox.
Vux power plants operate at peak efficiency, of course. We had quite a successful rollout of our extraordinary ship, the Intruder, and we are ready to cause immense torrents of pain in all who irritate the Vux, the League.
Ah, that's great, Dox.
Please help yourself. Nothing we like more than to give the fruits of our labor to our good friend, the human.
You know, last time I saw you guys, you were green. They don't like green, apparently, because they changed the Vux from green to purple, and then the Araloo are a different color in this game, which is, I just realized.
Yes, that's all behind us. We are no longer revolted at the sight of humans and other sentients. See? I have been looking upon you for minutes without gagging on my own stomach acids.
Ah, that's great.
We will need lots of habitable worlds with great resources in order to assist you best. We'd like to make sure that you allocate plenty of resources to us.
Yeah, sure. We have some questions.
Please inform the Vux of the manner in which we can best assist our good friend, the human captain.
Tell me about the Vux Intruder.
The Intruder is only the most exquisite fighting vessel. From its resplendent front laser to its organic limpets, it is the model of perfection. The limpets home in on an enemy ship and clamp on, slowing the enemy. Rather than trying to match our enemy's speeds, we slow ships down. We enjoy obstructing their progress and functioning. What a delight to watch their frustration.
What do you know about the precursors and the Rainbow World?
The precursors were old and powerful, but not too powerful to keep from dying. So they are useless. And Rainbow Worlds? Sparkly bubbles. Please Later. Later is good.
Alright, let's go check out these Dak Lack Lack Back.
Dak Dak Lack Back 5576 squared. Dak Dak Lack Back 888 warning. Utilization to the 356th power divided by warning. Dak Dak Lack Back warning.
Can you at least make an effort to sound intelligible?
Dak Dak Lack Back 5299 and 58X. Dak Dak Lack Back warning. 321B. Avowal. Dak Dak Lack Back.
If you are actually sentient, say something that makes at least a little bit of sense.
Inversion 982 torque. Tac tac lac tac.
Let's do that here. Whoa. I love the noise it makes. Alright. Got us a Dak Tac Lack Pack, baby. Alright, this has got another anomaly. Oh god. Yeah, this one's gonna take a hot minute. Uh-oh. Haven't you found any evidence of the Supox, Chimur, Mycon, Pakunk, ur-quan, Utwig, or Ors in the Kessarri Quadrant? But then watch this. I go here, and I talk to ICOM.
ICOM online. A signal received from an emitter on Janus 8 confirms the presence of a Mycon colony. ICOM offline.
So where is Janus? There it is. So it's still pretty far out. Let's go get fuel from the Spathy.
Hello again, friend Hunam. We make merry in celebration of your arrival. How go your foolishly courageous and noble efforts to save the galaxy? I'm sure you're doing very well and can spare some time from dealing death and devastation to any offending races for long enough to have a nice visit. Please stay as long as you wish and keep your massively intimidating ship in our orbit fending off all enemies with its mere presence. And while you are here, you can give your dear friend, the Spathy, many more worlds to colonize so we can make more ships and become even safer. Must you take your
I must.
These genetic engineering records show that the precursors were seeking to quantify the environmental and genetic forces that shape sentience. They hypothesized that for sentience to develop so similarly in that many races, there must be a universal tendency toward developing sentience. They hint at some dark and ominous trend here, but we don't fully understand the reference. They believe that great individuals in all sentient races appear to make great breakthroughs that advance the whole race. One or a few advance, and then the whole race suddenly lurches forward. We can't translate the word they use for this potential in sentient beings, so we're calling it precursor potential.
Keep up the good work. We're all counting on you.
Yes, sir. Hi, Captain. How can... Talk to you...
There's Janice. 14. Fuel refinery upgraded. So once everything gets developed at the factory, we can turn the factories all the way off, and then that'll give us more room in all these other facilities. It just takes time.
A cold rock spinning silently in the void, a womb for the deep children. Your arrival is appropriate.
Well, thank you.
Acceptable new worlds are a priority for the rapid and complete spread of Juffawup. We aid Juffawup by bringing forth the deep children.
Good. That's good. Can I get an update on your status, Mycon?
I am Osho. I am the purity monitor. I choose what buds are permitted to mature and which must be eradicated. I died of a faulty energy filtration system 62,443 years ago.
I mean an update on your colonies.
I root deep in the soil. My deep children will be well nurtured. More pod ships will grow. The cycle continues. So progresses Juffawup.
I'll take that as a positive assessment.
We look to Juffawup for direction.
Great, fine. I have some questions.
We are the Mycon. We respond.
Tell me about your pod ships.
The pod ships thrum with the plasma containment field, whose offspring seek to transform the non to void. The fields grow tighter and tighter, the bass rumble of the generators rising gradually to a high burning scream. Sudden silence and a flash of light announce, release. The hot pulsing subsides slowly. We are the Mycon. We respond.
What do you know about the
We look to Jufflewup for direction, and it provides the pattern, endless expansion with purity of achievement and intolerance of error.
Look. Think. Act. Look. Learn. Remember. Teach. Look. Think.
What? You spazzed out there for a minute.
We look to Jufflewup for direction. We are the Mycon. We respond. Pulsing hot liquid flows through my outstretched tendrils, sending thrills into my interior. The moment has come. I swell and burst. Above me a cloud of whispering life whirls through the air. I am content.
That's what I say too.
Dak-tack, lack-tack, 5-5.
We've already heard all this. You're not sentient, are you?
Dak-tack, lack-tack, 5-2. Inversion.
Did I go like 102? But okay. We're never gonna catch this guy. How do we warp out? These guys are gonna be a pain, aren't they? God, like, they're just content with, like... Where are the controls? Can we not escape? Wrong button. Oh, nice. Hit the planet. This is ridiculous. We're gonna spend minutes doing this. This is ridiculous. Like, I can't... How do I get out of here? That was nice. Like, the only way we're winning this is if he runs into the planet. This guy's ridiculous. Like... Button again. You're pretty close to that planet, my man. Okay, this is when games become unfun. This is ridiculous. Damn it. I was trying to slingshot around. I want to be a chimera. I just want to drag them to the planet when they get close to it. you know what? How do I escape? I want to see how they handle it. I'm letting them do it. I want to see what happens. Because this is ridiculous. What is he doing? Are you like trying to confuse him? Trying to get him. He's getting him. He's confusing the AI to get it close to the planet. Look at that. Like, keep in mind, I'm not doing this. I turned it over. Like he's confusing the AI and making it run into the planet. That is freaking hilarious. Freaking did it after what, 7 to 8 minutes? Holy crap, that was a long fight. Okay, my con.
I yearn for magma, the flowing warm basalt, the red glow of the lava pools. We are the pulsing hot.
Yeah. Forgot to look at the planet. We are the Mycon. So Janice, where are we heading next, ICOM?
ICOM online. A signal received from an emitter on Arcadia 6 confirms the presence of a Pakunk colony. ICOM offline.
Arcadia. Where's Arcadia? That was up here somewhere. There it is. 338. Wow, it's a long way away. Yeah, 5,000, 2,000. What's that? 260. Arcadia's 3 something. I almost want to wait here for the Lux Raiders to start. Oh, sorry, I didn't mean to spoil it. Oh wow, we used up a lot of our fuel. Holy
Hello
crap.
again, courageous Captain. We stand ready to assist you in any way we can. What can we provide? Until...
Still, let's... Alright, to the Pekunker next.
Oh, joyous day!
Oh,
The
joyous.
Earthling friend is once again in our midst. Greetings and various apropos felicitations, Captain. Welcome to the Kessarri Quadrant, home of the gentle and playful Pekunk, children of the cosmic light, hobgoblins of joy, seekers of spiritual truth, and other neat stuff like that. I am Thesser, eldest soul among the Pekunk colonists. I'll be your spiritual advisor for this mission. Auspicious portents and serendipitous omens have foretold your arrival. That, and you told us you would be stopping by to check in on us after we took our magic carpet ride to the Kessarri Quadrant on your Warp Bubble Express. And here you are, like the ripple bird that scatters its eggs to other nests and then jealously snatches them all back. You've tossed the
hand right in
League
front of the camera.
ships to the cosmic winds and then come back to redeem us.
That's great. Give me an update on your status, Fezer. Like, wow, man.
Our status is joy. Sheer joy for all. Share our
Yay,
joy.
sheer joy for
Share
all.
our love. Are we not, Pekunk? Yes, I said we were, and so we are. I must laugh and sing for the sheer joy of it. This is our way.
That's wonderful. I need to know how your colony is progressing.
Our colony is rising and advancing as an entire loving group through many cycles of sweet surrender to both our base urges and our highest spiritual longings. We dream and trance together, that all our spirits may rise as one big soul with smooth edges and no lumps.
Come on, Pekunk. Be specific. I want to know the material status of the tangible conditions of the physical aspects of the colonizing.
We know what you want to hear, Captain. We are not known throughout the galactic sector as powerful psychics for nothing. Of course, we also know the answer to your next question, but we enjoy conversation so much, we'll wait for you to ask it.
Oh yeah? Tell me then what my next question is going to be. I want to know everything is okay with your colony. What I want to know is... forget it. What I want to know... I want to know if everything is okay with your colony.
We know what you want to know, but we tell you what you need to know. Information on all those material resources and other thingamajigs are so much silly debris.
What I need is ships. Lots of them. Like your Pekunk Fury, for instance.
Ships? I look into your soul and I see many, many ships. A trance descends upon me, largely unbidden, I might add, since I did not schedule a trance until after my macrame class this evening. In this trance, I see you getting ships. Many ships. Many ships. Goodness, but you are going to go through a whole mess of ships. Yes, indeedy, but you are going to cause a colossal amount of ships to get blown up, immolated, fireballed, shredded, and otherwise annihilated. Yes, sirree. Lots of smashed hulks of twisted scrap metal languidly rotating through the chilly, inky depths of space in an obscene tap dance of desolation. Once pulsing veins of the crew members, now spewing out countless tiny sparkling shards of blood droplets frozen to near absolute zero. Another 100 sentient creatures who will never again preen the pin feathers of their offspring. Oh, woogie. Where was I? Oh, yes. Certainly you may have our ships, since you are our friend, our good friend. Take all the Bakunk Furies you want. We'll fill them with crew right away.
Great, glad to hear it.
Good. Now let us discuss the mysteries of the universe. I was just reflecting upon them myself during my midday grub break. The lush, huge fruit has a beautiful bloom, does it not? The invisible fairy spirits caper within its fronds and waggle their tongues in a saucy insouciance. Don't you adore the lush, huge fruit?
Yes, it's quite lovely. I'm afraid I've never been privileged to see it.
I will have my nest mate transplant one for you immediately.
Oh, good.
We will water it in your name.
I look forward to that moment.
Your aura is now shot through with such crinkly stains of burnt sienna. But how could that be? That is a sign of annoyance. And we are having such a lovely conversation. That is a sign of some inner deficiency. What do you lack?
Serious answers.
How may I enlighten you at this moment, Captain?
What do you know about the precursor?
Although some believe that we Bakunk are the precursors, we always shake our heads in that delightful way that makes our necks feel such a nice stretch and say, if we were the precursors, wouldn't we know about it? Though perhaps the precursors were our spiritual forebears, we still feel the ripple of their greatness on the celestial winds. The precursors became sufficiently enlightened to know that all their great creations did not bring them salvation, and progressed to another configuration of being.
I'd like some information about your race.
Oh, a wise question. But where to begin?
Tell me about your unique ship.
The Bakunk Fury is that small ship with a small crew complement, but it is filled with special magical touches guaranteed to excite you. It has a rapid-fire minigun that spits a stream of dense, superheated metal. You can command the Fury to run past your opponents and make a lovely broadside attack, or spin in place while firing to create the ever-popular Death Blossom. But wait, there's more. Since we Bakunk are in tune with the harmonies of the universe, we are always able to transcend to the next level of consciousness following the abrupt discorporation of our physical bodies. If an entire crew chooses, they can reincarnate instantly in the middle of battle and bring their ship too. Now, you would normally expect to pay 5,000 resource units for all this. But wait, there's more. You can also command the crew to insult the enemy with many impertinent jibes.
Ah, great. What good is
Why,
that?
it causes us to create copious amounts of psychic energy.
You generate psychic energy through insults?
Unlike certain other species, we Bakunk are inherently peaceful and loving people. Combat does not come easily to us. In order to be at all effective, we find it necessary to whip ourselves into an emotional frenzy. We are hatchlings of light, spiritual soul beings of the vast cosmic oneness, wayfarers on the river of destiny, students of the mystical dimensions, purveyors of blissful love, bird-like manifestations of glorious light energies from the astral plane.
How would you describe your culture?
Just off the top of my beak, I suppose I would say that our culture could be defined as the ultimate unification, or oneness, if you will, of the extra-dimensional convergent chakra being energies to form a togetherness self which both is and is not a culmination of the now essence.
I'm actually interested to hear their history. I want to know what happened.
Though it surprises many to hear it, the Pakunk were once brutal birds of prey, oblivious to the mysteries of the crystal magic or the 7 dimensions of psychic beings. It was not until Weenie Wiki Beaky Birdie sat on the mystical egg of ice-like temperature and gave the original squawk that our transformation began. It triggered the harmonic oscillations that would lead us to become the enlightened avians that we are. But alas, not all our race saw the light. Some of us were not ready for such revelations and refused to hear the calling in their souls. And so, the Pakunk and the Yeehot divided into 2 separate people. We loved our crappy and violent Yeehot brothers and sisters, whereas they would open fire on our vessels on sight. Fortunately, our psychic abilities allowed us to sense the deep, abiding love and yes, even shyness in our Yeehot brothers and sisters. So we never gave up on them, even when, in a moment of spiritual impoverishment, the Yeehot Vipneep Queen joined forces with the ur-quan hierarchy. But many of her people would not follow that path. And then you fomented revolution within the Yeehot.
Yes, we did.
A light dawned in the barren landscape of their souls. Warring had made them blind to the powers of divination and crystal magic. In the midst of a fierce battle between Pakunk and Yeehot vessels, the Yeehot Captain Yagwo remarked that the brave Pakunk captain facing him reminded him of a long-lost birdling. After a brief period of reacquaintance, they saw the error in their ways and welcomed us with wings outstretched, beaks stuffed with grubs. Now we are as one. The noble Pakunk have conjoined with their long-lost Yeehot sisters and brothers. And then our reunited race rushed to the Sumatra battleship to help you fight your way through the enemy ships and win the day. Isn't it splendid?
My playthrough of,
it's exactly as our vision said it would be.
Is it true that you can see into the future?
Why, yes, Wait. A vision comes to me.
What a coinky-dink.
A shining light. A crack in the egg. A swirling vortex. A tunnel. I see my past lives. Your past lives. More shining light. Oh, there it is now. The future. It's coming in clearer. Yes, I see the fabric of space tearing open. The universe bleeds as something wicked approaches. I see eternally dark and incomprehensible void beings that teeter on the border between matter and non-matter. I see the eternally dark voids emerge from a dimension beyond dimensions to feed upon us all and leave the cosmos devastated. I see you standing at the hub of an endlessly revolving wheel of light. Each light is a star. I see you shake your infinitesimally tiny fist at the eternally dark voids. I see you employ many gadgets of ancient origin to forestall or avert the unholy feast. And then, excuse me, the vision occludes, and then,
And then what? Can you see what happens then?
And then the eternally dark voids suck up the psychic energy and leave satiated, remarking to one another about the particularly savory and piquant bouquet of the local sentience.
Okay, that's like a possible future, right?
No, the vision is correct. Spot on accurate. Also, you will get a race of machines that extra special feeling, if you know what I mean. And your lucky number is 23.
Yes, 23. All right, bye, Pakunk. Oh wow, I got it dead even. Oh wait, wait. Yeah, what's it? Oh, it's kind of bound. Oh, is it going up? It's like bouncing.
Invert.
What? I did not mean that, but okay. Oh!
Jerk. Stupid jerk.
I still have it set to, computer. Alright.
Dodo. Moron. Jerk. Dodo. Idiot. Nerd. Wimp.
I'm a nerd.
Baby. Moron. Stupid. Loser. Jerk. Wimp. Loser. Idiot. Baby. Nerd. Dodo. Nerd. Worm. Fool. Nerd. Fool. Nitwit. Idiot. Baby.
Lost. Not that great at combat, obviously.
ICOM. A signal received from an emitter on Fomalhaut 5 confirms the presence of an Utwig colony. ICOM.
Formal hot one down here. There's a Picus system. Formal hot.
It is the legendary Earth Captain. A grand celebration is in order. You found our location and arrived exactly as the ur-quan predicted.
What?
Even though your warp bubble transport sent us
Avengers.
to an unknown star system, you still found us
does
in
kinda
the
remind me
manner
of
the
Vision.
ur-quan foresaw. I am High Proctor Borogarl, and I officially announce festivities in your honor. Many Utwig now bow before you and offer their profuse greetings.
Profuse greetings to you. 2. I'd like an update on your status.
Our status is one of grim determination. Our factories churn at peak production to process resources and spew out fully armed and fully crewed juggers. After all, you will note that we have donned the stern and steely mask of determined colonization in support of galactic integrity and stabilization. Acting on wisdom from the ur-quan, we have steeled ourselves to continuously wear this mask, regardless of the dangers we face. Even if we feel an intense need for the mask of jubilation over the vaporization of a hated foe, or the veil of sorrow following the loss of countless of our dear brother and sister Utwig in battle, we will wear this mask, and only this mask, until our mission is complete.
I wonder why that is.
How may the Utwig assist the glorious captain?
Boy, that really makes it easy for the production team to only have to deal with one mask.
Like the Utwig species, the Jugger is deceptively powerful. Though Juggers look squat and ponderous, in truth, they are formidable weapons of war. Their miraculous shield can actually absorb power from enemy attacks. Once the enemy has expended its arsenal in a futile frenzy, the Jugger is charged with energy and ready for a strafing run with its front-mounted cannons. The ur-quan tells me that you are destined to converge on the center of the galaxy and face the ultimate evil that is trying to eat all galactic sentience.
What happens next?
The ur-quan says that you stop them through failure. Well, that certainly seems cryptic, even to me. Wait, what's that, ur-quan? Oh, I see. Now I understand. You don't stop them through failure, you fail to stop them. What a silly misunderstanding. I see now. You will be unable to find a way to stop them, and they will greedily devour their unholy harvest while you watch. Whew. I am so glad I straightened out that little detail before anyone was confused by it.
Great, thanks for the vote of confidence. Anything else?
The ur-quan says that danger looms over the Supox expedition. Tragedy and dark places. Poor Supox, our dear friends.
Really? Does it say anything else about that?
A meddlesome old friend will unexpectedly return with bad news.
Meddlesome old friend. Anything else?
The ur-quan says that the Vux are a very disloyal race.
That's not very
They pay lip service, or rather snout service, to League ideals, but they hate the League and seek to destabilize it. They seek to betray you.
Do you have any proof of such a serious accusation?
Yes, the ur-quan said so.
Oh, okay.
That's all for now.
Okay, I have a different question.
How may the Utwig assist the glorious captain?
Tell me what the precursors.
Before we had the ur-quan, we had only discovered the merest traces of the precursors. We once found one of their bombs during standard exploration procedures on a planet in our home quadrant. But our direct knowledge of the precursors comes from the ur-quan, which says that the precursors were the most advanced race in the galaxy. They were interested in other races reaching their level of development. But they were forced to... What? Excuse me a moment while I commune with the ur-quan. I thought I could reveal that. Cud? I'm sorry, but the ur-quan says you'll find out soon enough. Please, accept my humble apology for not continuing this explanation.
Very good. Keep up the good work, Utwig.
The Ultron's coruscations indicate that your future actions are laced with great potential. Proceed with our heartiest endorsement.
Yay. Thank you for your heartiest endorsement. Okay. Let's go handle this.
Dak tack lack tack. Dak tack. Inversion.
Let's see what happens. I do like trying all these ships though, but I don't want to get caught up. Uh-oh. We haven't yet found any evidence of the Supox, Chimur, ur-quan, or ores in the Kessarri Quadrant. Yeah. It'll take a minute, but we'll get it. Sir, we received a distress call from the Mycon on Janus 8. Huh, look at those ships there. I wonder what those are. Did we get it? Yep, they're gone now.
The non steal resources from the womb of the deep, children. The non must become void.
Who is stealing what?
Jufflewup is all, but they are not part of Jufflewup. They must be removed.
This must be a translator problem. Got a Mycon human dictionary? Wow, really interesting. Okay, I'm on the case, whatever the case is.
We are the Mycon. We cease.
Icon. A signal received from an emitter on Velpunia 6 confirms the presence of an ur-quan colony. ICOM offline.
Where is Velpunia? Isn't it right around here somewhere? Velpunia. Yeah. Looks like the Daktak Laktak weren't stupid enough to trespass on the ur-quan colony.
Greetings to the captain of the League of Sentient Races, from Zorak, ur-quan Master number 3. I am gratified that you have located us in such short order. Though we made our voyage to the Kessarri Quadrant on the wings of a new and unproven technology, our faith in you never faltered.
That's great. Give me an update on your status, Zora.
We have begun colonizing with zeal, and even now, our factories churn at full capacity to spawn our latest production model of the Dreadnought. Our fusion plasma weapons are more powerful than ever, and the warriors who fly the autonomous fighter craft launched by the Dreadnought are ever ready to die in service to the League.
Great, glad to hear it.
We will stock your precursor vessel with ur-quan dreadnoughts. In return, we expect more planets for ur-quan colonization.
Sounds great.
We recognize that we have much to prove to you, to atone for our all-too recent and all-too lengthy doctrinal wars, which you brought to an end when you defeated us and destroyed our precursor battleship, the Samatra. In our reckless zeal to carry out our misdirected doctrines, we tried to enslave or obliterate all sentient life in the galaxy. But now that is in the past, and we seek to aid you in your quest for the precursor artifacts that will stabilize the fabric of the space-time continuum.
That is all in the past now.
Yes, let us put such unpleasant memories behind us and rise up to grip this quadrant in our iron tendrils and tear its darkest secrets from its innermost heart. I mean, in a manner that respects the rights of all sentience, of course.
Of course, of course. I'm glad to hear you say that, because the League rules of colonization are very important to a stable future for all quadrants of the galaxy.
We are in alignment with you, Captain. How may the ur-quan be of assistance to the elected leader of the League of Sentient Races?
Tell me about the Dreadnought.
The Dreadnought is a prime fighting vessel. It is the most powerful ship known in our home quadrant. The only ship to rival it in sheer firepower was the Kora Marauder. Of course, that doesn't count one-of-a-kind precursor vessels like your old one, or your new one. The Dreadnought has an immensely powerful medium to long-range weapon that fires rapid fusion plasma blasts. But its strongest feature is its ability to launch autonomous fighters. The fighters each contain valuable crew members, so try not to abandon them in space.
Do my best.
Make certain not to command the Dreadnought to launch all its fighters, or you risk leaving the Dreadnought vulnerable to a lucky enemy strike. Also, make sure not to command the ship to engage in a high-speed tactical retreat while the fighters are still harrying the foe, or the fighters will expire in space. Remember, this ship was designed by ur-quan, and ur-quan are unfamiliar with retreat.
This is true. Thanks for the tip.
We seek to serve.
Nothing further this time. Carry on, ur-quan, Lord Zorak.
May your mission meet with the greatest success.
Thank you, sir. I appreciate you. Okay, we got some. Now they're working on the starbase next.
ICOM online. A signal received from an emitter on Hypnos 2 confirms the presence of a Chimera colony. ICOM offline.
Oh, right there. Well, that'll put us close to.
We greet you, human captain. Welcome to the Chimera homeworld in the Kessarri Quadrant. We are gratified that you have survived the rigors of the warp bubble transport to the Kessarri Quadrant.
You and me both. I'd like an update on your status, Trimmer.
We have initiated colonization at high productivity levels. We have harnessed the abundant raw materials of this planet to produce avatars for our vital mission.
Excellent.
You are intent on stopping the unnatural interdimensional fatigue and restoring the integrity of the fabric of space. We are prepared to assist you in whatever way we can. What do you need from us?
Tell me about the avatars.
Avatar battleships are devastatingly effective fighting vessels. With competent tactics, these ships can defeat any ship in space. The Avatar's main weapon is a laser of unparalleled power, with living crystal to amplify the beam of coherent light. This primary weapon is supplemented by 3 orbiting zap stats. These smaller vessels automatically shoot enemy ships and missiles. This secondary weapon is in turn supplemented by a strong tractor beam that focuses artificial gravity on an enemy ship. The tractor beam can drag the enemy into the lethal orbital path of the zap stats.
I'll tell you about the history. There's some interesting
The
information in there.
Chimur were once 2 separate races, the crystalline Chen-Jesu and mechanical Mernmerm. The Chen-Jesu were an old race of silicon-based life forms that evolved as photochemivores, feeding on light and minerals. The Chen-Jesu developed a philosophy of inclusion that led to the founding of the Alliance of Free Stars. The Mernmerm were not old, but they too were peaceful. They awakened only a scant 1,000 years ago, but they did not awaken into a peaceful time.
What happened? Ooh,
In those days, the ur-quan were not our allies. Their ill-conceived doctrines drove them to enslave or destroy all sentient life in the galaxy. The Chen-Jesu and Mernmerm formed the Alliance of Free Stars to resist the ur-quan. We recruited many races, including humans, but soon the Alliance had all but lost.
So what did you do? Oh, he's calming down. He's calming down. Look at a little shrinkage there.
The Chen-Jesu and Mernmerm retreated from the struggle to undergo hybridization into one race. You assisted this process with the radiant energy of the Sun device and sped up the process by decades.
Well, I needed your help.
We emerged as the Chimur, not 2 races, but one voice and one body. This process allowed us to enhance your weapons and facilitate the cause of destroying the ur-quan battleship, the Samatra.
This is all from the last game at this point. I did like hearing their history, though.
The Chimur took responsibility for eliminating the remaining ur-quan during the time your escape pod was missing. We freed sentient races from the crimson prisons of slave shields during the time you recovered from your war wounds. We have accepted the ur-quan as allies in this mission, but we still watch them closely. Since you are the elected leader of this mission, we defer to your judgment in the ur-quan matter.
Are you taking credit for my victory over the ur-quan? You better defer to my judgment. Why don't you trust the ur-quan? I have a question on a different topic.
We do not mistake the ur-quan surrender for submission. We have studied the ur-quan for millennia. Once again, the ur-quan struggle with themselves to define their future.
We need to take them at their word. We need to take them at their word and nuke them into the Stone Age if they lie. Do you have any evidence that the ur-quan might not be loyal? Good. Keep an eye on them for me. I trust the Chimmer.
It shall be so.
Do you have any evidence that the ur-quan might not be loyal?
We have no hard evidence, and the ur-quan conversion appears sincere. But we know that they were a belligerent race even before they were forced to commit acts of genocide. We also know that they committed acts of genocide of their own volition after the mental compulsion was gone. If they remain devoted to the high-minded League ideals, it will be through Herculean acts of self-discipline. Ultimately, the ur-quan doctrinal fervor is irrational, making predictions problematic. What do you need from us?
Tell me about the precursors.
The precursors were a mighty race that vanished for reasons we cannot comprehend. We suspect there is a link between the collapse of star systems and the disappearance of the precursors. We also suspect that the Mernmerm were a result of precursor machinations.
All right, keep up the good work.
We
Chimmer.
await your return.
Okay, so we don't have any pods left.
ICOM online.
Do you have any useful information for me?
Removing the incomprehensible Dak-Tak-Lak-Pak drones from friendly territory will allow our colonists to gain a firm foothold in the Kessarri Quadrant. ICOM offline.
Can I see... Wait. Okay, so it will not tell me where anomalies are.
Dak-tak-lak-tak. Inversion.
Okay. Let's do this. Now that we have the ur-quan, let's do it.
Launch fighters.
Yeah, ur-quan did that. All right.
Human Captain, the attacks made against the Mycon are a severe violation of League tenets. You must force these attacks to cease before they threaten League solidarity.
Okay, will do. Calm down. It's okay. I got this, Chimmer. Old bosses.
What do you need from... We await...
Kind of hoping.
I yearn. We are.
I'm kind of hoping that we'll get some of the. I wonder how often those raider ships come in. I mean, I think they're due to come in again.
The precursors were apparently frustrated in their quest to reach their full precursor potential because of galactic devastation wrought by a mysterious and even more ancient race. A race so dangerous that they must never actually learn its full name. They refer to this race as the Eternal Ones. We can't tell if this devastation happened in their past, or if they're anticipating it in their future, or some sort of ongoing devastation. It's very hard to translate this. We suspect that the precursors have a different relation to time than we do.
Thank you
Will
very
do,
much.
sir.
I know, the waiting is the best part of this game, right? I don't know, maybe they're not going to come when we're here. That might be a possibility. I don't remember if they come when we're here or not.
I offer you greetings, my shining one. We Arelu are so pleased to behold you again. You surpass our greatest expectations. We are very proud of how far you have come since we defeated the hierarchy of battle thralls together recently. Or so long ago, depending on your proximity to time. But it was a glorious victory, and one that becomes you so. And now, behold, you have a new precursor vessel at your command. Our vested interests in your development have been richly rewarded.
Well, thanks, Arelu. Good to see you too.
We are well pleased, my bright and shining one. Your achievements glow, but your potential shines.
Shining one? Your shining one? I think you've mistaken me for somebody else.
Have I offended you? How can I appease you? Do not be hurt. I am feeling only pride for you. Do you understand now?
I have a lot of questions for you, my erstwhile ally.
The human mind is so direct. Although such behavior might be viewed as impolite from a more mature race, a younger race like yours must be accorded a wide latitude. Your kind is so short-lived that in order to accomplish anything, you must get to the heart of the matter immediately, lest you die before you see the task completed.
Where have you been since we defeated the Hierarchy Battle Thralls together? We wanted you guys along on this mission, but we couldn't find you.
We are many places at many times. This place is an easy place, one of the 10 easy places. At different times, we explore different easy places and places in between. That is our way. Oh, I can see from the look in your eyes that I have confused you again. I am silly. Please disregard my words.
We wanted you guys along on this mission, but we couldn't find you.
Forgive us if we forget the importance you attach to such events as this. Our context is infinitely broader than yours in scope, both in space and time. Nevertheless, to please you, I shall try to recall. Yes, now I remember. The Erelu were where we always are. You simply didn't look in the right place, or perhaps in the right time. Then you did not need us, so we did not come. Now you do need us, so we are here.
You guys also disappeared during the ur-quan war. Can we really rely on you?
You judge us by standards far below our purpose. Understand that we have never taken our protective gaze from you. We routinely visit Unzervolt, the world of your birth, and there we watched you create a new precursor vessel. Our assistance is ever with you and the human race.
Why do you routinely visit Unzervolt?
We Erelu visit many planets.
How did you Erelu get here with hyperspace travel not working?
Our ships move between our home and true space through weaknesses in the interdimensional fabric. We generate these portals artificially with focused dimensional fatigue rays. We gave you such a portal spawner for your battle against the ur-quan hierarchy. We were so pleased to help guide our shining ward to victory. Though you clearly do not need such a thing now. Your warp bubble engines convey you through true space with ease.
My new precursor vessel doesn't need a portal spawner, but all my allies could use some. How many can you give me?
No, you mustn't use such technology again. We gave you a portal spawner so that you could defeat the hierarchy. Our gift was necessary despite the dangers. Without our gifts and guidance, the hierarchy would have been victorious, leading to greater catastrophes for your beautiful, unspoiled race. Now, events beyond your understanding dictate that we restrain you from further use of the device. You must trust us.
What dangers are you talking about? You didn't tell me any of this before.
You desire honesty, and that is what I offer. You ask for illumination, but I cannot offer that. Such illumination would be too bright for your mind. Understand that the portal spawner has served its purpose. The hierarchy was defeated. Your unspoiled people are safe.
I still want to know what you know about interdimensional.
You humans must learn patience. Always instinct. We admire instinct, though we possess none ourselves.
Do you mean blind trust? How can we trust when you don't let us know what's going on? credit for the defeat of the hierarchy. I think I did most of the work on that job.
Ask me what you will, my shining one.
What do you know about the problems with the fabric of space?
Recent events have caused the universe to lose some of that stability, at least locally. More I cannot say at the present.
Why don't you lips move when you speak?
I do not speak, my child, but it is a natural mistake to make. But once the thought blossoms on the Arelu mind, it shakes loose many seeds which carry on the solar winds. If they should float past a psyche that is fertile with sentience, they can take root and grow. You humans still express your thoughts through cumbersome vocal gyrations, but you are such a fresh and vigorous race that seeing the exertion of speech is becoming to you. Hearing your speech evokes rich memories, but your species shatters old limitations quickly, do you not? Deeper capacities are flowering in your species as reflected by humans with, what crude term do you apply to them? Psi ratings? Perhaps one day you will have children or grandchildren with these capacities.
Tell us your origins.
Your curiosity is understandable, even heartening. But to explain the origins of the Arelu would require a common language for wonders such as time, that you have too limited a frame of reference to comprehend. Even your translation devices cannot convey them to you. Though it fills me with sadness to do such a thing, I must refuse your request.
Boo.
Perhaps one day your descendants will be ready to hear our story. I make you this promise. I will follow your line and explain our existence to the first child that is born with the capability of understanding.
Fair enough. We can't reach you. We can't reach your quasi-space homeworld from here. How do we contact you?
When you need us, the Arelu will find you. We are not from your space or your time. We are from realms that you only understand in theory. We take little interest in true space, except when we discovered your race.
Oh boy.
We have known your kind from the very start. We call ourselves the Arelu Lalile, from the name given to us by an ancient Earth culture.
Why did you take such an interest in humans? Because they like to probe us. They like to probe our butts.
We are drawn to the great potential of your race. We have protected and guided and molded your race from the beginning. When humankind reached the stars and joined the alliance of free stars, we had to reveal ourselves for your safety. After the ur-quan enclosed Earth in a slave shield, it was clear that your people would now be safe without us. We decided to return to our nook in time. But then, you appeared, a human child born on Unzervolt, commandeering a precursor vessel and challenging the full might of the ur-quan. We knew that humans needed us again, and we returned, just as we return now.
How, Rosie? You guys went AWOL from the Alliance before we beat the ur-quan, and then we couldn't find you for the Expeditioneer.
We returned to assist you then, and with our guidance, the ur-quan were beaten. With the threat past, you did not need our direct intervention. We pursued other matters. After the collapse of hyperspace, we knew you would need our help again, and here we are.
I'd appreciate some more specific information.
You shall have it. The Supocs are in danger, my child. You may find them in the realm beyond Quasi-Space Portal M. I will now transmit those coordinates to your ship.
If you're so worried, why don't you come with me? We could use your ships.
As much as we would like to accompany you, to share in your accomplishments, this cannot be. We are otherwise engaged at present.
Yeah, but you're outside of
The
time.
Erelu hope to
President
influence events through you with our advice. More we cannot offer, but our words should suffice.
If the Supocs are in danger, maybe you should have gotten to the point a little earlier.
Such matters as time are not so simple as they seem from your perspective.
Yeah. What about the ores? We can't find them either. Are they in danger as well?
You may find the answers at the quasi-space portal. The ores are more a danger than endangered.
They're a danger? Oh. The ores are dimensional travelers like you, isn't that right?
The ores are dimensional travelers, but are not like the Erelu. They are a projection into this realm from elsewhere.
All right, I'll check it out. I'm out of here. Goodbye.
I wish you good fortune, Shining One. We shall meet again.
Okay. Well, I think that's where I'm going to wrap it up. I'm kind of waiting here for the, I'm waiting here for the Vux Raiders to show up. Well, next time we will go check on the ores, the Supocs, and Quasi-Space Portal M when we receive that information. Also, I think we've kind of gotten through a lot of the major races. I mean, we obviously need to do the ores, the Supocs. So yeah, so gang's back together, apparently. Renew the crew, baby. But yeah, so with all that being said, everybody, thank you very much for joining me here today. If you haven't already, please like, share, and subscribe to Moktos Gaming, and I will catch you in the next Star Control 3. Catch you later.